Hello, so it's you another day, and I'm going to tell you about a United Nations report that is about to be tabled at the United Nations Security Council. And this report has been seen by some journalists from Reuters, and from the report, it accuses Uganda of working with the M23, especially the same time Uganda had close to 4,000 troops stationed in eastern Congo, pretending to be hunting down and fighting these Rwandan-backed rebels. So the report says Ugandan military was providing their facilities to be used by M23 to transport ammunition and heavy weapons, mostly from Rwanda and Uganda, towards Congo, and they were using Ugandan military trucks to transport these weapons. As a matter of fact, in certain region of Ruchuru, which is the district closer to the Ugandan border, when Wazalendo, that is the local self-defense militia, was fighting the M23, they came across, now this is even according to the report, they came across Ugandan soldiers who are fighting them. So the Ugandan soldiers were not in Congo, that time last year when they were there as part of ICRAF, which is the East African Community Regional Force. They were not there to fight the M23. They were there to fight Wazalendo and Congo army, the Ugandans. So that's the betrayal I'm talking about. So according to the same report, and it was actually analyzed in short version by the Bloomberg website, is that currently we have Rwandan troops fighting in Congo pretending to be the M23 rebels, and their number is somewhere around 3,000. At least, actually they're saying at least, meaning the number could be higher. And when we are talking of 4,000, 5,000 Rwandan troops, that is a whole division, because one battalion is 1,000, right? 900 to 1,000 depending on the country. So they have 4 battalions. That's a division. So Rwanda sent a whole division, or is sending, not that they sent, but is keep rotating these soldiers and replacing them every time they die. So Rwanda is financing and operating a whole division of their troops inside Congo. Of course, we've been saying this. I've been saying this for more than 2 years. But personally, I'm surprised. All this time, I've always thought the numbers or the number of Rwandan troops was somewhere between 500 to 1,000. But saying there are more than 3,000, I'm just even shocked, So the number is almost a whole complete division. 4,000 Rwandan soldiers are inside Congo, pretending to be M23, killing Congolese people. This is one of their tracks when they entered the town of Kanyabayonga, which they took 3 weeks ago. So we were blaming the Congolese army, because the Congolese army, I think, lacks the intelligence to understand who they are dealing with. Or maybe they know, but, we never know. So they sent 2,000 Congolese FRDC troops to Kanyabayonga, and about 6-7 tanks, some few other vehicles. But all this was defeated, and people are asking, how can M23, which we are being told are militias less than 600, defeat 2,000 FRDC troops? But now, according to this UN report, they are not 2,000, they are not 600. They are a military alliance of Ugandan and most of the time Rwandans, sometimes Ugandans, and some few Tutsi former soldiers in Congo who are mostly used for propaganda and media. But the real force that is fighting there is Rwandan troops. 3,000, 4,000. The numbers keep changing now and then. And Congo is sending 2,000 of their troops thinking that the job is going to be easy, only for them to be defeated, of course, by a force of hardened, experienced 4,000 Rwandan troops, mostly they are special forces there. The Rwandan snipers and special forces are the ones being sent there. These are not the normal servicemen troops that they are sending. They are sending their best. They are creme de la creme, because they are going to take the minerals there. They are stealing the mineral. Today, as I am making this video, these M23, but we know they are Rwandan troops, the 3,000, the 4,000 of them, control the town of Rubaya. And I told you in a previous video, Rubaya is where you get coltan. And before 2022 in June, when the Congolese army started fighting with the M23, in quote, the Rwandans, in 2021 December, the president of Congo had stopped any flow of coltan from Rubaya to the city of Goma. And that same year, 2021, Rwanda had recorded 1 billion worth of coltan export to Qatar and Switzerland and other international market and Israel. 1 billion. It's a lot. There's no other sector in Rwanda that gets them $1 billion. There is no other sector. Tourism, they don't get $1 billion. Coffee and tea, they don't get $1 billion from that. They just get minimal amount of few dollars. But one sector that is not even an official sector in Rwanda, literally, they're stealing minerals from Congo, is getting them $1 billion. So it's a lot of money. That's why they are sending their troops to Congo to try to recapture those territories where the minerals come from. And today, as I said, Rubaya, which is the region where you get this coltan mineral, is now in the hands of the Rwandan troops. That's according to the UN report. And the Ugandans have always supported them. I kept saying this. When the M23 were getting ammunition, reinforcement, and the surface-to-air missile that they got there, it was driven from Rwanda through a territory of Rwanda called Cyangugu. Then it entered Uganda. And from Uganda, it went through the district of Kisoro all the way to Bunagana border of Congo and entered Ruchuru. All this time, Uganda was seeing the convoy, more than 20 trucks, from a photo I saw at the time, where this air defense system was part of the convoy. There is no way you can allow an air defense system from a neighboring country to even transit on your own territory. The fear would be that maybe they even want to invade you with that air defense system. This is something that can shoot down any commercial passenger aircraft. So if Uganda allowed that thing to transit through their territory, they knew where it was going. And Uganda is working with Rwanda to destabilize Congo. They've been doing this since 1997. We've been saying this. Now, back to the story. According to the Bloomberg report that now they got from that UN report of exports, which is about to be tabled at the United Nations Security Council, the actions of Rwanda are sanctionable. I don't know why they put it in quotes, but they're saying these actions where they're sending troops to Congo is something that Rwanda can be sanctioned for. But are we going to see them getting sanctioned? Nothing like that. The powerful countries, the US and the UK particularly, protect Rwanda. That's why Rwanda is allowing them to send these, what they call the illegal migrants, right? So they have this deal. France, Rwanda, UK, they work with the Uganda and Rwanda to destabilize the whole territory. And that's why if these guys commit atrocities, they cannot be treated the same way Muammar Gaddafi was being threatened, or the same way Charles Taylor in Liberia was treated, or the same way Omar al-Bashir from Sudan was being treated. So these guys are allowed, they have a license to kill people in Africa. And that's so sad. So the report is almost everywhere. It's the story, everyone is talking about it. That at the time when Uganda was pretending to be providing troops to fight these Rwandan troops in Congo, as a matter of fact, they themselves were working with them to destabilize Congo. It's just a shame. And Congo has always said this, but definitely no one took them seriously. A lot of people ignored the fact that, thinking these are just political talk. But this report has already vindicated what the Congolese president was always saying. And you need to put it in perspective, where you have to imagine if 3,000 Congolese troops were in Rwanda killing Rwandan people, what would happen? Yeah. So you need to just kind of close your eyes and imagine a scenario where we have 3,000 troops from Congo inside Rwanda pretending to be Rwandan rebels, pretending to be FDLR, and then they're killing Rwandan people. And then there's a UN report saying that actually those are Congolese troops in Rwanda. The world will be up in arms complaining, saying, oh, Congo wants to commit another genocide in Rwanda. But because the victim, in quotes, is the one now doing it, they allow the victim to do it. Kind of reminds me of Israel. They pretend to be victims of attacks and wars, but what they do actually is worse. They kill babies and everything, what they are doing there. And they are allowed to do that because they are crying to be the victim. And we know they are not. Same thing is happening in Rwanda. They keep complaining, oh, we are the victim. Oh, Congo hates us. Oh, this is the Congo wants to come and kill us. But they're in Congo, 4,000 of them, killing Congolese people.